Welcome to Synergetic Mind Self-Inaugurated Education, August 25th, 2024. The Continuity of Conscious Life, Episode 7. Synergetic Mind's Metaphysical Evolution of Metaphysical Universe's Eternal Conceptual Environment is unlimited in weightless principle. Synergetics 326.40. Physical universes, physical systems, environmentally transform, intertransforming, multiplying, the events begin and end. U equal MP. Universe equal metaphysical times physical. Humans cognize and recognize metaphysical and physical universes evolving events, scenarios of concepts, some of which can be generalized to the eternal principle. To qualify as an eternal self-regenerating generalized principle, there can be no contradictory exceptions nor intercontradictions. Such contradiction disqualifies it as an eternal generalized principle. Synergetic mind's consciously coordinated thought process can be conceptually frustrated in a world of contradictory concepts that persist without acquiring knowledge of generalized conceptions and what a generalized principle is. A generalized principle requires one term, such as E, on one side of the equal sign, and at least two or more terms on the other side of the equal sign, such as M, C to the second power. The 2 is written as a superscript, an exponential number. Generalized conceptions of metaphysical evolution unify. Synergetics 326.40. The physical equation, E equals mc to the second power, reads energy equal mass times the speed of light to the second power. It is where 2 is an exponent. An exponential number is multiplied by itself, such as 2 times 2 equal 4. Which is 2 to the second power. In the Einstein equation, physical mass times the speed of light, lowercase c, to the second power equals the physical energy of the eternally self-regenerating generalized principle. From Oxford University Press Dictionary, in physics, mass is the quantity of matter which a body contains, as measured by its acceleration under a given force or by the force exerted on it by a gravitational field. In episode 5, link included, each sphere is a cluster of symmetrical closest packed spheres that can be conceptualized independent of size. Each sphere is a model of a field of energy, as gravity is identified as matter in the always and only coexisting complementarity, in quotes, gravity, in parentheses, matter, and radiation, end quote. Light is electromagnetic radiation, conceptualized as tetrahedral photons shown in Synergetics color plate Number 10. Light is represented in Einstein's equation. In this particular generalized principle, in lowercase c, travels at approximately 670,616,629 miles per hour and 299,729,458 meters per second, traveling around Earth at 7 laps per second. Apparently, those numbers differ from an electromagnetic spherical expansive wave at 186,000 miles per second to the second power, as physical systems alone accelerate, unraveling, approaching the speed of a non-interfered with electromagnetic wave. Compare YouTube video and Synergetics Metaphysical Physical Summary. Synergetics 326.40. Humans can guess that light was the first thing created in the universe, but perhaps time is more accurate when synergetic mind distinguishes universe, eternal, omniscient mind, yom, designing all that is, was, ever will be. Then increments of time are temporal. It begins and ends to a zeptosecond, the world's smallest unit of time. A zeptosecond is a trillionth of a billionth of a second. That's a decimal point followed by 20 zeros and a 1. The number reads 0, 000, 000, 000, 000, 000, 001. The only unit of time shorter is a yactosecond and Planck time. Planck time is the shortest measurable time interval potentially applicable to the time universe started after the Big Bang, if there ever were such phenomenons. Then zero time, eternality, is absent of time, neither beginning nor ending. Therefore, eternity cannot be physical, and instead is metaphysical. As a human, synergetic minds metaphysically generalized conceptioning fields of omnirational thought and omnidirectional universe, cogitating reliably in respect to equilibrium. Perhaps the human brain mind is always functioning as a self-discoverable design integrity of yom, as the metaphysical eternal is always in yom, as physical brain circuitry design works in conjunction relying on a zero-phase model, which in Synergetics is zero pulsation in the vector equilibrium as the closest approach humans will ever know to eternity and God, which is more accurately named universe, eternal, omniscient mind, yom. Synergetics 440.41. Events can be metaphysically conceptualized as an action-reaction resultant tripartite vectorial team illustrated in Synergetics figure 620 as one positive and one negative three-vector team combined, forming a tetrahedron representing one quantum module of energy consisting of 24 energy quanta, the A and B quanta modules. Figure 620.06 tetrahedron as vectorial model of quantum. A and B quantum modules, energy units, that metaphysical intellect, as an integral design function of universe, can be conceptualized independent of size, where it is size alone that can come to zero, not the conceptuality. Such awareness by metaphysical intellect essentially is consciousness evolution's anticipatory design science functioning in omnidirectional, omnirational universe. Omnirational defines that which is everywhere, omnidirectionally, in a ratio to eternity. The prefix omni is defined in the dictionary as of all things in all ways or all places. Omniscient derives from omniscience and means knowing everything, which is not possible for any human being, since we are metaphysical, physical, individual entities designed by the eternal omniscient mind. The prefix omni, everywhere, in a ratio, rational, to no time at all, which is eternal. We can associate the word rational with ratio. Eternality is absent of time. Logically, eternal, metaphysical, is different from the physical time-related Einstein's famous equation as a rudimentary example of synergetic mind's conceptual environment's awareness. Einstein's famous equation as an example of a generalized principle is wholly, W-H-O-L-L-Y, conceptual, in metaphysical environment, cognizing and recognizing energy units as the topological constant relative abundance, since the energy of physical universe is self-regenerative and is always conserved in universe, neither created nor lost, but always is of the integral design. What purpose is served when a human's potential cognizance recognizes and realizes what otherwise is ignored by educated teachers entrusted with such responsibility, but because of the PRJW, politics, religion, justice, war, authorities choose to ignore energy as the integral, constant, relative abundance resource. Educated ignorance is carried over every partially overlapping generation until such time as the tuned-in, inquisitive individual's mentality decides to wonder, to think, to pay closer attention to its own synergetic mind's metaphysical propensities as a conceptual function of omni-rational universe. Awareness of omni-rational universe coincides with synergetic mind's informed knowledge of metaphysical physical universe and the minimum structural system of its self-regenerating constant relative abundance, all of which design integrity does not derive nor originate in the PRJWBCHM, politics, religion, justice, war, belief complexes, hierarchical matrix, which mistakenly engenders false premises in histories that perpetually constitute time-consuming, irrational, irrelevant event scenarios that by default slave mentality omit metaphysical consciousness evolution's basic energy unit as a conceptuality of self-regenerating energy. Energy and synergy. Energetics and synergetics. Environment, in parentheses, non-self and self. Experience and eternal integrity. Elementary and complex. Are essential, always and only coexisting complementarities that are integrals of our humanity's primary educations. Omitting metaphysical evolution will perpetuate what is culminating now with AI, artificial intelligence, taking our intelligent species, humans of a mind, into emulations of the precursor's realities. The wrong coordinate systems that R. Buckminster Fuller compared his mathematical, geometrical, geodesic models to. Apparently, persuasive power of AI emanates from the world's highest education institutions, which omitted metaphysical physical universe, and apparently cultivates no interest in discovering what is evolving into UIVMOFCH, universe isotropic vector matrix operational field cosmic hierarchy. Imaginably, AI mindsets may be impervious to Yome's designs as profit motivations further exacerbate the slave mentality in the human condition. As a fork in the road most definitely was chosen by academia's computer technology, but nevertheless cannot erase the manifest memory of the synergetic mind's integral design integrity awareness of Yom. Awareness of Yom, eternal design integrity, is critical for our evolving species. Humans of universe eternal omniscient mind, which seems to be informing synergetic mind, that is apprised of this phenomenon, to continue reading, writing, researching, and contributing to TUCP, the Universal Communications Process, as an omnirational lifelong responsibility to manifest the truths of eternal generalized principles. While spontaneously communicating thoughts and language, humans tend to run out of words and therefore require relevantly disseminated content to refer the continuity in the evolving process. It can be any published content, but for one's consciously evolving synergetic mind, R. Buckminster Fuller Synergetics contains the invaluable, omnicomprehensively conceptual models. Until next time, thank you from Christina, Universe Citizen.